Today I'm going to be reading out for you aloud as the speed-up version of the film Antonio Margheriti's The Unnaturals, 1969 plays. Well, I'll be reading out reviews regarding that very film. The first two published reviews to IMDb. Firstly, from Pelo Noto on the 9th of February 2001. It's a long time ago now. An astonishing Italian movie. They give it 8 out of 10. It's the second time I read this page and I can't understand why Contra Natura, aka Shree Indernat, aka The Unnaturals, is still waiting for 5 votes. In fact, I think it's a really good Italian horror, a kind of summa of all themes of this particular genre. The director, Antonio Margheriti, also writer in this case, is very skillful and builds his movie around a number of impossible flashbacks that articulate a disquieting narrative of murders, guilty men, strange women. I can't speak English very well, so I can't describe it in the right way this movie, but if you like Italian horror, you have to see Contra Natura. And now we'll read from Bunwell 1976, this was published on the 20th of February 2010. I give it 7 out of 10. To be honest, despite my more than fair knowledge of the Euro cult style of filmmaking, I only recently became aware of this particular title, where it was even described as possibly Margheriti's best work. Having watched The Unnaturals for myself now, I would actually be hard-pressed to disagree with that assessment. It certainly ranks among the top 3 efforts by this major exponent that I am familiar with, along with 2 other gothic horror entries, i.e. The Long Hair of Death 1964 and 7 Deaths in the Cat's Eye 1973. For the record, this is a German-Italian co-production to which the director himself contributed the script, a highly atmospheric chiller with a seance figuring prominently throughout, yet boasting an atypical elegance due to its 1920s England setting. Interestingly, the plot more or less harks back to vintage old dark house type pictures emanating from this very era, i.e. the last days of silent cinema, and which revolved around a gathering at some remote location for the sake of an inheritance that goes terribly wrong, resulting in a murder spree. Actually, this takes things a bit further, also taking advantage of the permissiveness of the age with its inclusion of, by now quite mild instances of nudity, where the vicissitudes of the crime are slowly assembled via multiple flashbacks, unveiling various illicit affairs, both financial and romantic, into the bargain, and the whole setup ultimately revealed to be an elaborate retribution, incorporating surprisingly neat, i.e. not heavy-handed, apocalyptic connotations from beyond the grave. Though somewhat undercast, there are still a few familiar faces among the actors recruited for the movie. Joachim, Dead Eyes of London 1964, Fuchsberger, Claudio Camaso, a Thomas Milian lookalike, but really the younger brother of John Maria Volonte, whose life ended in tragedy, Marianne Koch from A Fistful of Dollars 1964, and exhibiting here lesbian tendencies which prove her undoing in both the past and present timeframes of the narrative, Dominique, fantastic Argo Man 1967 Boschero, and of course Luciano Pigozzi, distinguished by his uncanny physical resemblance to Peter Lorre in perhaps the most significant role of his prolific career. For fear of repeating myself, see the concluding statement in my Amok 1972 review elsewhere. The appropriately old-fashioned strains of Carlos Savina's score provides one further reason to enjoy this. For Euro buffs and adventurous movie fans alike, it goes without saying then that this is a title that ought to sustain a lot more than the current semi-obscure reputation I alluded to at the start. And there we go. We'll close it here. This is it sped up. Thanks again, everyone.